Line. I know it's a little bit different of an environment today. And my name is Brandon, last name Schaefer. And many of you know me. For those of you that don't, hopefully you'll get to know me a little better by the end of this 10, 12, 15-minute presentation here. And what I'm tasked to present today is the value in variable data. So when we hear that word, typically we may get a little bit confused. We may say, oh, that sounds complex. That sounds like something I'm not able to do on my current equipment. And I want to let you know that everything that I'm going to talk about can be done on your current equipment, regardless of what brand it is. It can be done on your equipment at home, sitting next to you, a little Brother, a little HP, a small Canon device, whatever you have. Don't feel that you're limited to what I'm going to go over. And the reason why you want to do this, I'm going to share my screen real quick just to kind of give you a quick overview here. So not to get too professional or anything else, but I did put together a couple different slides just to help keep myself on track. And I'll make sure these get sent out to you as well. So why focus on variable data? So there are several different reasons, but it's more important than ever right now to dig in and to differentiate yourself and create competitive advantages for yourself. Because if you don't, I don't know how else to really say this, but I mean, if I'm talking to a friend, I just say you're going to get smoked in the end by these companies that are more savvy and that are doing what I'm going to share today. So increase awareness, increase engagement, education, right? Because in an online world now, we don't have the opportunity to go face to face all the time. We're not going to have that for the foreseeable future. So we need to educate our audience. We need to create upsell opportunities, and we need to be building that funnel. Now, what market segment business you're in really does not matter to me. If you're in the legal market, if you're in the nonprofit market, if you're in the education market, it doesn't matter. Everything that I'm talking about here directly relates to your business being successful moving forward. Right? So let's go into a few different types. So there are three different types of variable data. The first one, and I'm just going to break these into three different segments, right? And if you know me, you know I talk like a caveman, and I keep it dead simple. I'm not going to bring in any scientific terms. I'm not going to make anything so confusing that you don't understand what the heck I'm talking about. So I broke it down into three segments: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So the beginner, we all know this type. It's the most commonly used. Avery labels. It's the simple, I'm going to go in there and change somebody's address, right? Such as this here. It's the simple mail merge. We've been doing this since the inception of the computer. But is this effective anymore? Is it effective for putting an address on a document right here with a name and sending it out, right? We know it's going to get there. Is it effective in actually driving business? Is it effective in educating the consumer? Is it effective in actually creating additional awareness? And yes, I guess yes and no, but it is the most basic form. We all do this. But that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about today is changing text as well as images on the fly, okay? And this is, again, this is coming from any device that you have. This is the intermediate stage. So we went over the basic, which is just a simple mail merge, right? I'm gonna put somebody's name, address on there, and the postman or girl is going to bring that document to somebody. It works, it's fine. Now I'm going into the intermediate. So we're going to be able to update documents based on the group's demographics or something that you're targeting. So here's a quick example. I love traveling to Belize, while my neighbor loves traveling to Florida. So I open up my mailbox and my postcard has a picture of Belize. My neighbors has a picture of Florida because they like going to Florida. Now I don't know this because I'm not looking in my neighbor's mailbox, but that's what happens. Let me give you a few examples here. So this is the Four Seasons in Belize. So this is a postcard that I get. Brandon, come back again and see us again soon. Now, do you think this drives results when I open this up? Do you think my neighbor, when they open up their mailbox and they see their favorite Florida resort on there, do you think that may drive some results? You don't need to answer because I know it is flat out yes, right? So this is intermediate variable data type marketing. Here's another one. Frank. Again, I just left the text on here, but here's another different type. So this is a different type of software that puts different personalization names on inserted in different images. So we can even get one layer deeper by doing a simple image like this, or you can put your logo in here. You know, this is something subtle and coy because it draws your eye. At first, you don't realize it, but it's subliminal, right? So you catch your name in there. And when you do that, it makes you think twice. So that's what you want to do with your marketing. In fact, that's not what you want to do. That's what you need to do if you're going to be successful. The savvy companies out there are doing this. And now that I'm training your eye to see these types of messages, you're going to definitely see. I'd say just open up your mailbox and look at your mail and see which pieces have both text and images changing on the fly as you get it. You'll see that the better companies are doing what I'm talking about here. So again, this image is a little bit blurry here, but you know, it's just a simple name change with an actual coupon. You know, come see us again, have a good time, whatever else along those lines. So that's the intermediate. So let me go into the advanced here, and then I'm going to wrap up. So the advanced is when we change everything. The advanced is used by the most robust companies out there. Dropbox, Slack, Salesforce, all these big name companies. There is no mystery why these companies are successful. These companies are successful because they use their data to drive more sales for themselves, right? So if you have a whole set of data from 30 years of business, and you're, just for an example, you're a nonprofit company, and you've gathered data, you've served the Philadelphia region for 35 plus years, you have 70,000 contacts in there, you know their first name, their last name, how much they donated each year, and you're not using that information to create additional upsell opportunities or additional educational opportunities for yourself, that's doing something incorrectly. It is time now to get the behind in gear and use that information to create more opportunities for yourself. So some of these, and I'll show you some examples too, but driving people to a customized web page for themselves. So when you go to that web page, you know, it says, welcome, Brandon, you know, and it's based upon the URL. So the URL would be csa.canon.com/Brandon, right? And when I go there, it would have stuff customized to me based upon my past buyer experiences, right? Based upon that. So I'm going to give you a few examples. Now with this advanced type of data, we're going to share useful, timely, helpful, and engaging, but mostly timely, right? Because if I'm talking about things from 3 months ago, it's not relevant anymore, right? So we need to use the information we have being driven out of our back-end database, whether it be Salesforce, whether it be any type of CRM that you use. We need to use this information to, again, put new, helpful, engaging, timely information in front of them. So two areas that all businesses can copy, and both of these areas will probably drive you crazy. If you have kids that are in college, or you've gone through that process in the past 5 years, they do a phenomenal job. car dealerships, and I know we all cringe when we hear car dealerships, car salesmen, this, everything else like that, right? They do a great job as well. So let me show you a few examples of the advanced. Marty, Main Street Ford will give you $16,000 for your 2006 Ford F-150 Super Crew. Has your first name. It has the actual dealership. It has the amount that you're going to get back, variable data piece. It has your model, and it has your picture of the car. Now, when I receive this, what do you think my action is? What do you think my next action is? First of all, when I see the picture, I realize that that's my car. Oh, wow, let me read what this says. Then I see my name, a piece of variable data information. But unbeknownst, or unbeknownst, whichever way you want to say it, this same postcard here, or this same document that's getting sent out, is sent out to 455,000 people across the US. And this Main Street Ford changes, this amount changes, this changes here, as well as the image changes. So, I mean, if you think of the results that this type of campaign drives, it is worth every single penny. The ROI is tenfold on this. So here's another one. Simple postcard, right? We're trying to get people to take advantage of a special offer. Again, everything changes here. Picture, text, and then you see the customized Pearl here, the personalized URL. Now, all this occurs from an upstream software that sits on your PC, right? It doesn't matter. Your printer is going to print out whatever you want. So it doesn't matter which end device that you use. You can use this for anything any printer that you have, you can use this on. It is a software that sits on the back end, or actually on the front end. So a few things that you can do. And these are just suggestions. Pick out one document that you'd like to improve. Send it to your sales rep, right? Then the sales rep will spin this around, and they'll give you a personalized demo with a proof of concept showing you that how this plain vanilla document can be spiced up to add awareness, conversions, help you build your funnel, all of those things. And like I said in the beginning, you can do this with your own equipment. You don't need anything else. It's a simple software. So with that, I will come back to myself. Hopefully you can see me again. Hopefully you can hear the passion, the enthusiasm, the vigor, the fight within me. And like I said, please reach out to your local sales rep, and they'll point you in the proper direction. So any questions from anybody, internally, externally, anything else? Let me check the chat here. Show conversation. Okay. All right, so any questions before we wrap up? 3, going once, going twice, going 3 times. All right.
Thanks,
We're
Brandon.
done. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
And,
Brandon. Great job.
Brandon Schaefer, and I am out. So thank you, everybody, for visiting.
Awesome.
Good job, Brandon. Thanks.